I'm trying to see how many artifacts I can sell in 7 minutes. I have a goal of 300. What I'm doing right now is selling everything that I got from campaign farming. And next, I'm going to be selling the flat stats in gloves, chest, and boots. Not even going to look at them because I'm on limited time. So let's see what I do next. I'm gonna go in and look through different stats for the gloves, chest, and boots, mostly targeting the new artifacts that I've recently found. And I'm just gonna go through all of them to clear out some of the new ones that I've collected before I go on to the next step. So in these, I'm kind of just looking to see if there's any that I don't like the look of right away. I'm mostly targeting the ones that are 5 stars because I'm able to get both 5-star and 6-star artifacts now. So if you don't have so many 6-star artifacts, maybe this isn't going to be what's best for you. But I know I'm at a point where like to get rid of some of the 5-star artifacts kind of instantaneously. So I'm just going through very quickly, and that step is now done. So next I'm going to go set by set and just weed out some of the artifacts, especially the 5-star rare artifacts. And I'm just looking really quickly through the substats to see if there's anything that I think that's not up to par. The framework that I'm using is basically based on my last video around whether a piece of gear is a support piece of gear or a damage piece of gear. So if I think that a piece of gear doesn't fall into one of those categories, or it doesn't have the substats to support being a support gear, or it doesn't have the substats to support being a damage gear, I'm gonna get rid of them right away. And that's easier to do with the rare artifacts because there's only 2 substats in there. So if I don't like the look of them, I can tell pretty quickly. If there's epic or legendary artifacts, just because there's more substats to read, it's less quick to make a decision. But what I want to do in this step is basically just trim down the amount of artifacts that I have in each set. It's easier to do it set by set because, like for example with Swift, I know I'm looking for a speed substat in every single piece of gear, so anything that doesn't have a speed substat is just going to get sold. And it's just a little bit easier to do it set by set because I already know what I'm looking for in each set. Like the Mystic set, I'm looking for speed and accuracy in the substat. Here for the Brave, I know I'm just getting rid of whatever I picked up in the campaign mostly. So that's also very fast. For Giant, this is like Crusher or Hawkeye. I'm going to be getting rid of anything that doesn't have both a CR and a CD substat. So that means that for the Giant set, I'm going to be looking for pieces that can go on my damage heroes. For Rotten set, I'm mostly going to be looking for some kind of accuracy substat. I don't use this set very much, so I don't really know what I'm looking for, and you can see I'm kind of a bit slower for this set. I'm trying not to sell everything right away because I don't want to get into a situation where if I really do need this set in the future, I don't have the right pieces of gear to use from it. and I like to go type by type. So you'll see me do all of the weapons together usually, and then I'll do all the helmets together, all the shields together. If I see that a particular type doesn't have many, I won't really look to sell so many of them. Like here, if I see that I have so many shields, I'll probably be a little bit harsher when I go through them. I feel like the special sets can be more difficult to sort through because unlike the sets that give boosts to stats, sets that augment an ability, for example, immunity or hope or vampire to a lesser extent, these are secondary things that the equipment will have. They don't improve any stats in themselves. They're harder to work with because I'm going to be looking for both damage and support capabilities for the gear. So it's just a little bit slower to figure out what I want there. And we see that I'm nearly out of time. So let's see if I can make it to 300 in 7 minutes. Not quite. But I'm not far off. Just 4 more to go. And that's it. So I've sold 300 pieces of gear in 7 minutes and a half, and you've got a little bit of insight to my gear selling process. Check out my last video where I explain why I choose whether a piece of gear is damage or support with the example of Mayra and Gisela. So see you there.